Not an expert, not a professional. I'm just a guy looking to leave today better than I found it. And if you're like me, you're constantly looking for ways to improve yourself. My name is Wade, and this is the place where we learn to be better together. It's Motivation Monday time.
Making a difference. Standing for what's right. A better tomorrow starts here. From the Do Good, Be Great studios, you're listening to the Daily Good.
And if nobody has told you so already, let me be the first to say a very happy Monday to you. It is time to get motivated, and this comes to us from moralstories.org. It begins, I have a friend named Monty Roberts who owns a horse ranch in San Ysidro. He's let me use his house to put on fundraising events to raise money for youth at-risk programs. The last time I was there, he introduced me by saying, I want to tell you why I let Jack use my house. It all goes back to a story about a young man who was the son of an itinerant horse trainer who would go from stable to stable, racetrack to racetrack, farm to farm, and ranch to ranch, training horses. As a result, the boy's high school career was continually interrupted. When he was a senior, he was asked to write a paper about what he wanted to be and do when he grew up. That night, he wrote a 7-page paper describing his goal of someday owning a horse ranch. He wrote about his dream in great detail, and he even drew a diagram of a 200-acre ranch showing the location of all the buildings, the stables, and the track. Then he drew a detailed floor plan for a 4,000 square foot house that would sit on a 200-acre dream ranch. He put a great deal of his heart into the project, and the next day he handed it to his teacher. 2 days later, he received his paper back. On the front page was a large red F with a note that read, "See me after class." The boy with the dream went to see the teacher after class and asked, "Why did I get an F?" The teacher said, "Look, this is an unrealistic dream for a young boy like you. You don't have any money, you come from an itinerant family, you have no resources. Owning a horse ranch requires a lot of cash. You have to buy the land, you have to pay for the original breeding stock, and later you'll have to pay large stud fees. There's no way you could ever do it." Then the teacher added, "Alright, if you'll rewrite this paper with a more realistic goal, I'll consider changing your grade." The boy went home and thought about it long and hard. He asked his father what he should do. His father said, "Son, you've got to make up your own mind on this. However, I think it is a very important decision for you." Finally, after sitting with it for a week, the boy turned in the same paper, making no changes at all. He stated, "You can keep the F, and I'll keep my dream." Monty then turned to the assembled group and said, "I tell you this story because you are sitting in my 4,000 square foot house in the middle of my 200-acre horse ranch. I still have the school paper framed over the fireplace." He added, "The best part of the story is that 2 summers ago, the same school teacher brought 30 kids to camp out on my ranch for a week. When the teacher was leaving, he said, look, Monty, I can tell you this now. When I was your teacher, I was something of a dream stealer. During those years, I stole a lot of kids' dreams. Fortunately, you had enough gumption not to give up on yours. I think it's clear. You don't let anyone steal your dreams. You follow your heart no matter what. No dream is too big or too small when one works hard to live it. You should always try making your dreams come true, regardless of who might be telling you it cannot be done." Never miss a Daily Good podcast by subscribing to Do Good, Be Great on iTunes. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when we do it. And you can also follow us throughout the week by liking our page on Facebook by searching Do Good, Be Great. And speaking of being great, you do that yourself the rest of the week. We'll talk to you Wednesday.
Daily Good.